Do you wish to make a social type role? Do you have a social
I'm not
type?
sure she has social type roles.
She works with technology.
No,
There. Pat.
Strat. Nicholas Strat, right? Let's give it a shot.
It is with great lament that we must start this recording by letting the listeners know that they missed a whole bunch of egg jokes.
Which came first, the spicken or the egg? Spicken or the is it a space egg? No, I think it's a regular egg. It comes from a space chicken, but it's still an egg.
I mean, it's from a galaxy far, far away. Therefore,
You're saying it's jeggings?
No, they're space jeggings. Or that's unpronounceable.
No, jeggings. With a G because of galaxy. They're galaxy eggs. They're jegs.
I am
like
here
GIFs.
for this content. Murder.
It'll be a hard in that case.
Well, the developer said soft G. We can have that discussion, but that will cause murder. because people don't like the argument.
Anyway, hi, this is Beth. Welcome to GURPS Wars, a homebrew GURPS Star Wars. It's the Technicalities bunch, which is, well, currently the tech apprentice is busy somewhere else, but sent his droid to hold down the fort or carry the flag in his absence. And we got Mysteries with Zani, and we got Mikola with Strat, and then we've got Acolyte Crix, who really wishes there was a sphere of cooking. Sadly, there's not.
Be. Clearly, it's an oversight.
Right, and some strings were pulled, and yeah, after the original thing, your masters became friends. This is the worst thing. Sent you to this place. Now there's a mystery. Stinking mounds in the yard. Somebody's dead, and you've got a space chicken. You've got a spicken, and Tizani got a really good psychometry, as I recall, and was busy looking things up in the library that was technically closed, but you picked the lock and nobody came out to yell at you, so hey, it's fine. You've been locked up after yourselves.
And you have a library card now.
Yes, you gave yourself a library card.
I didn't give myself a library card. I gave Tizani a library card.
Yes.
Tizani was the one who wanted to check out a book.
Yeah, that's true. Did anyone else avail themselves of free library cards?
I do not recall. I know we only played last week, so I should remember.
If you want to retcon.
I mean, my character has an eidetic memory, so I would have just flipped through all the pages like Johnny 5.
Number 5 is alive! No disassemble! Sorry.
Listening audience gets that reference.
Of course they will. That's a recent movie. Crash stares directly at the camera. It's a recent movie.
Mikola and Crix, do you want to have gotten library cards?
Nika will probably have gotten one and then not used it.
You have one shoved in your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. Crix, did you get one while they're being handed out, or?
Did Dasani get one?
Yes. Dasani definitely got one.
Then yes.
Okay.
Because if Dasani got one and I didn't, and it got back to Auntie about it, then yes.
Okay.
I'm concerned that my reaction to the Jeg image that has been posted in the chat, thank you, Ellie. Yeah, rolled an advantage using the old Star Wars dice. That's an advantageous Jeg.
The GM will remember this. And then you met back up. And then you met back up with your ride, which was Corporal DeBurr, who is the head of the law enforcement in this dinky little town of Nolan's Gap. And I believe you were heading to the hospital because you want to get your little junkie fellow their spicy scents. who was in the back, and drop him off there. And then you had the teenagers who ran out of the woods, one of whom had been attacked by a masked knife-wielding person who was wearing like some kind of animal mask, maybe a bantha. Couldn't quite tell. Who got away in air
It's okay. It's
and
okay. We're recording this.
The Spicken's nest.
Well, we are recording this
Shush,
on a
yes.
Friday the 13th, and therefore, that means we'll find the knife-wielding guy very soon.
Very possibly.
I
It
believe
might happen.
The other reason to go to the hospital, I think Tasani has a drawing that she wanted to put in front of one of the chemist spots.
Yeah, I think
have
Tazani.
a chemistry.
Yes. I think you looked up some of the stuff and eventually got some research done, so you know some of what the chemicals are, but that doesn't actually help you as much with what they were doing there and what they could be doing and, that usual sort of thing. But that's part of why you were in the library, was to look those up, if I recall correctly.
Right. Yes. Okay.
But really, you need some trained people. Yes, Dickens, I'm about to give you something. Did anyone hear the yell?
Yes. That actually came through Discord. It was like half a syllable of a yell, but I heard it.
The boy is loud.
Now, the question is if it made it to the recording.
Who knows?
Listeners, comment if you hear a cat yelling.
Yes, if you heard his loud ship make a comment about how I needed to give him more food, which, good, he's eating. If he eats like 4 of these, that might actually be enough for to maintain his weight. Please cross your fingers, dear listeners. Okay, everyone is now piled into the increasingly crowded with 3 extra NPCs van, and I'm going to drag everyone.
If memory serves,
Over
I've been riding piggyback on Bebop.
Yeah, and also you flipped over and there's a huge dent in the top of the van, but
Yeah,
that'll come out of Technicalities filing.
But I've only been hosed down after digging into a turkey mound, so it's possible no one wants me inside.
It's possible. Oh, Lord Stabby. Okay, do a sex machina, Lord Stabby.
Yeah.
After a bit of driving
through
through the... Yes, I see. You're at the Wesk 85 Medical Center. Not West, Wesk. With a K on the end. It's... Honestly, you people have come from Dromenkos recently enough. This is dinky. This is like the dinkiest little medical center in the galaxy. You're quite sure. Somehow. Out back, it says Nolan's Gap Funeral Home. There's a little sign pointing in that direction. You are not parking there. You're parking in front. There are
bigger?
some droids moving around inside. The corporal is busy dragging out the teen who got stabbed and helping him, and says, "Droid, get sent there and help him in, would you?"
I will shrug and reach in to grab the guy who tried to stab earlier.
He didn't do very good at it, but yeah.
No, he did very poorly. I'm assuming I will need to roll something, but this character does not have TK others, so I have to improvise.
Well, you can roll strength, because Synth's not actually trying to fight you.
I missed it by 3.
That would be a miss by 3.
I managed to untie one of his bootlaces.
He slumps down, and it takes some sort of... Okay, juggling isn't the quite right word, but it's close enough.
Please do not resist.
Before you get oriented. Not resistant, just the ground ain't where it should be.
I will be happy to orient you towards the ground.
What would the other PCs be happening to do? This is the wrong set of...
I am walking into the medical center.
The medical center is bright and shiny and kind of dingy in the corners where it's hard for a mouse droid to vacuum. but probably someone has sprayed that dirt with disinfectant enough that it's clean. It's clean. You know, it has all the odors of a medical, it's Imperial Medical Center. It's anyone can walk in, any Imperial citizen walks in and flashes their wrist chip at them, and you get service because you're an Imperial citizen. There are a number of humanoid droids around. There's a number of astromechs with little trays affixed to them that they like can apparently lower the tray and use their grippers to drag something onto the tray and then lift it up again and tote it around. They don't actually seem to be doing much of anything except taking stuff from one location, sterilizing it maybe, taking it to another one, etc. A humanoid droid turns as everyone starts coming in. You see that DeBur already has a humanoid droid helping with the teen that has been put onto the nearest bed here, and a curtain partly drawn around. Another droid is coming over to Tizani going, "And what is the nature of the medical emergency?"
Good.
Wrong
I have a
IP.
chemical formula and a I have a chemical formula and a cursed chicken. I need a chemist and a vet.
775. Come here. You have veterinary programming. Another of the humanoid droids comes over with a couple of astromechs in attendance.
Oh, good. Here, analyze this chicken. Tizane sort of shoves the chicken into their arms.
I love everything about this scene.
Amazingly,
getting made on.
The droid does not drop the chicken, holds it firmly, the spicken, holds it firmly despite it flailing and lashing its tail, and starts carrying it over to a set of, kennel cages, basically. The droids beep at Tizani and follow their droid. Mikola.
Mika is staying outside.
Do you have anything okay, there it is.
Yes, Mika is staying outside to basically walk around the building aimlessly, actually making sure she has a firm grasp on it. If that air car comes back, she wants to know what options she has.
Okay. Give me a let's see.
A tactics roll, which I missed by 3.
That is certainly it's certainly a medical center. And oh look, there's the funeral home. It's got a light on and has the appropriate Imperial logo of a black wrapped banner, which is what sometimes a black wrapped pole column, which is sometimes what happens when you don't have a body to bring back. Having come off of a multi-year war, there are a lot of very familiar things regarding that, especially bodies that you don't get to bring back. Lights on there. It doesn't look like.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, keep going. No, you go.
I was going to ask if the Empire practices cremation.
It depends on the wishes of the citizen in question. Cremation is actually quite common among non-Force users.
Okay.
Force users, they tend to prefer that there's a body to put into a tomb, because otherwise you can get ghosts that aren't properly anchored to their tombs.
And it's
Force users in the Empire.
Yeah. Sorry.
Force users in the Empire basically have 3 modes of post-death disposition: being entombed, falling into pits, and falling into lava.
Falling into reactor cores.
That counts as a pit.
It's so difficult to explain to a ghost that isn't properly anchored to its tomb that you can't keep showing up to work. You're dead.
I have a new idea for a campaign.
I approve of it.
Sorry.
After all, if the
Forget.
ghost keeps showing up to work, I don't have to do the paperwork.
It depends on how good the ghost is at doing its own paperwork. Sometimes they just wander around and go through the motions and yell at whoever is in the room that they should write this down because clearly that's an apprentice, right? Right?
Yes, but see, the problem is some of these ghosts were put to death because they weren't doing paperwork. I talked over EO.
Yes, but you see, even if they aren't doing the paperwork, nobody wants to come into the room to give me paperwork when there's a ghost in there. Everybody wins.
Ancient knowledge will go in there if there's a ghost. They don't care.
EO, what were you trying to say?
But ancient knowledge can't give me work.
I was saying, and some of them just wander around trying to give people orders to do things that are not what the person who is actually in charge of the place now told them to do, and that's a whole thing.
Wait, isn't Entuxa's mom ancient knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, can't give Entuxa work. That is technically correct. But we just did a whole frickin' arc. Just saying.
Darling, can you please check this out for me? Yeah. Crix, what are you up to?
Crix is dutifully shuffling behind and to the slight left of his cousin, keeping one eye on the chicken, because that chicken has a date with a culinary creation for sure. Provided
No,
it's
doesn't.
Provided it's not cursed.
This is the origin story of Darth Plucky.
The chicken is possessed by a Sith ghost.
It's the circle of life. Wait, no. So if the chicken is possessed by a Sith ghost and it's prepared as a meal and consumed, I'm going to let Beth decide what happens when that eventually happens because we are willing this into existence.
I am just making a little Mona Lisa smile here.
I provide a valuable service, and sometimes that service is providing horrible ideas to the GM.
Eating possessed chickens is not about you. Wait, you're a droid. You don't eat.
This is the player talking. HK, from my understanding, is still
a responding character.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Although HKRPR is probably still out at the car trying to get our friend who's trying to not sleep it off or trying to sleep it off, whatever, out of the vehicle because HK is bad at this.
The failure is not one that will do more than mean that you come in last. See, there's a success. You made it by 2.
I made it by 2 eventually. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Is that a competent roll, or is that there might be some dragging, kicking, and screaming?
As it happens, the person you're assisting in is not actually resisting you. He's just not really great with the walking because he's tired and is possibly coming down from drinking something or taking some spice of some kind. And by spice, we mean the Star Wars euphemism.
Well, he's not good at walking.
Resisting so much as he's a little wobbly.
And I'm not good at humanoid biology.
I mean, the feet go on the ground. You know that much.
Yes, but how much weight do I have to lift off the ground? Oh, was that not enough? Oh, that's too much.
You made it by 2. You're fine.
Okay. We get in eventually.
You have managed to get him onto his feet and leaning against you, and you are not falling over, and he's not sliding down. So that's what the made by 2 ST roll is for. There's your strength roll.
All right. When we get inside, HK will say, I believe this person requires medical assistance. I do not know if he wants it, but I believe he needs it. Also, perhaps a bath. Do you provide baths?
We have been known to do so. Ah, Mr. Lem, it is you again. Come here this way, please.
I will immediately let go of him. I don't want to hold him if he has to go somewhere.
The other droid catches him rather expertly, really, with a bit of a wobble and assists him off to another bed and draws the curtain around him, and you can hear a certain amount of chiding about not coming in sooner, taking unauthorized medications, the usual.
I believe they're called recreational.
Who's
I
drawing
believe they're-
lightsabers?
I don't know, but it cut me off, and I think that's funny. I believe they're called recreational pharmaceuticals.
Unauthorized medications to a med droid.
But this is a building that's dedicated to biologics and their maintenance, and no droids are being serviced in here at all. So this is not interesting to HK. HK is going to go outside and walk around the building.
Okay. Swap to... I'm just going to try and do this in order of how I did last time. Tizani.
Yes.
The Spicken has been carried off by the vet droid, and it's two astromech assistants.
And
Are
the
you
chemical
following
formula?
The vet droid, after stowing the Spicken, turns and says, "Chemical formula, my lord?"
I said I needed a vet and a chemist.
A chemist.
You're medical droids. You understand chemistry, right?
One moment. Let me summon an expert. It swivels its head around, somewhat like an owl, and then makes little whip, whip, whoop, whoop, beep, 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 beep noises. And from out of the back comes an astromech droid. The astromech droid looks like it was probably first built at the very beginning of the war against the Republic, and has had haphazard maintenance ever since. The panels are clearly from at least 6 different other styles of droid. The head attachment, the upper attachment is partly a round dome and partly the sort of pointy conical one of a particular style of astromech. But it comes over with only a slight amount of the wheels, its wheels leaning to the left, like a shopping cart. Bip, bip, bip. It beeps. Bip.
Okay, I didn't register something. What?
It's beep. The droid that came out is apparently the chemistry expert,
okay.
and is beeping at you in a very imperious tone for a droid. Who let this droid be like this?
Well, I speak binary, so this is going to be a little bit of a problem. Here, this chemical formula. And Tizani is waving the sheet of flimsy.
The droid beeps a bit more, and the vet droid says, "Lower the sheet so it can be scanned, my lord."
Oh, right. Yes, okay, fine. Here. And Tizani crouches down and holds up the sheet, instead of waving it vigorously in the droid's direction.
The droid proceeds to start scanning. Mikola, you're out back of the place, ambling around, keeping an eye out on the sky. Perception roll?
Okay.
Made by 2.
Hooray. I see
Made by
things.
2. You see things, and you hear the crunching of small bits of debris under the heavy tread of a droid as HK RPR comes around the corner, also ambling along, looking outside to see if there's possibly anything remotely interesting. You do not see anything from the sky. Right, nothing from the sky.
Something from the sky, however, does see you. Okay. Mika will wave to HK and keep going about her business.
HK waves.
HK makes perception by 2.
Hooray, I
Are
see
you
things.
Perceiving anything in... You see things! Oh, look! Yes, you saw Mikola waving.
I wave back.
The sky is... Yeah, the sky is relatively dark out here. There's a moderate amount of light pollution, but compared to many of the more built-up areas of planets, it's positively dark here in this, and silent in the night. Occasionally you hear a squawk out in the woods. It sounds a bit like the Spicken.
Revenge of the Spicken.
Anything in particular that Mikola wants... Anything in particular that Mikola wants to be doing at this instant?
Not really.
Okay. HK.
I will continue to patrol and look around.
Actually. Okay. Crix.
Crix is in a holding pattern.
Okay. You've been approached by a few.
Go ahead.
You've been approached by a few droids who have asked if you require medical assistance, and they have been sent away, and they go, very well, be well, and putter off again. Corporal DeBurr is in with the teenagers who, one of them is being treated by a droid, apparently, etc. Crash is doing a new Spicken, the Spicken Strikes Back, Return of the Spicken. You never know. Tizani, after a bit, the chemist droid stops scanning the thing, turns around in a slow circle, which is apparently how it's thinking or something, and starts beeping a lot, which the vet droid 775 translates as, "These chemicals are bioactive and are not healthy for biped life primarily. Some species would be more affected than others. Humans would find it unpleasant. They are airborne chemicals. There would be fumes. You should not mix these with bleach."
Are these cleaning materials?
No. The droid beeps a bit. The astromech, patchwork astromech, beeps a bit more. The vet droid says, "They are not cleaning materials. They are bioactive compounds."
Shouldn't mix
It's a
them with
bioactive
bleach in the same way
compound.
that you shouldn't mix strange alchemy with bleach.
I am not programmed for alchemy, my lord.
I heard an acolyte died that way.
I would not know, my lord. Was this that on the planet?
No, that was on German Cos.
Yes, my lord. Very good. A
Go
more
find
detailed analysis.
Oh, a more detailed analysis.
A more detailed would require a few hours, my lord.
Oh, that's fine then. Okay, I'm going to go find Mikola.
Yes, my lord. What do you wish me to do with the Spicken, my lord?
Oh, it's had a checkup, right?
I will continue to check it out. You wish to know its general health?
Yes. And then
I should
store it somewhere. I think it's cursed.
I shall treat it for parasites, my lord.
Sure.
The droid turns to the Spicken. The chemist, astromech chemist, goes back into a back room. Tizani can go outside. Is anyone else doing anything besides following Tizani or patrolling?
Other than, as stated, Crix tries to not visibly vibrate when asked about what to do with the chicken, but the Spicken, I'm sorry. But will otherwise indeed follow Sonny.
In the absence of anyone doing anything like running off into the woods, you can all find each other outside.
HK is aware that if HK does nothing long enough, the plot will come to HK. The plot is apparently a chicken that jumped out of a security camera housing.
So should we maybe find a place to hole up for the night and check out some of the other sites when it's daylight?
Oh, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Apparently, the chemical was some kind of bioactive compound, and we are not to mix it with bleach.
Okay, the tactician will remember this.
Poison people with bleach?
It's Chekhov's compound. In the third act, we're going to have a bottle of bleach somewhere. And HK's bucket, which canonically HK has been carrying this whole time.
The bottle of bleach will be in the bucket of blood, right?
The bucket is currently empty. No one has donated their blood for the bucket, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Blood for the bucket god. Wait, that's not quite right. Let me check my notes.
Where does some Sith get to stay when they're on planet? Because
Well, I don't think Discord likes the voice you're doing.
It's cutting you out more than usual, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so Crix turns to his cousin and asked in character, "Hey, cuz, where do Sith get to stay when they're on planet and investigating things like this?"
Oh, Bebop's got a map.
Well, oh, okay.
Bebop. The droid ally.
It's
Says
the
to the north,
BPS
there's
navigational.
leggings. Sorry, Crash.
What?
I'm sorry, but
BPS
just
navigation system.
referencing the previous misread of the lodgings description on the map was very funny to me. Thank you. But yeah, my comment was the BPS navigational system, the Bebop positioning system.
Obviously. Bebop has the stuff written in black and the medical center and whatnot. Basically the map that you are all wandering around on, because I wasn't bothered to actually create a detailed map of every location. Even though that kind of
Which
would
is
have been
understandable.
fun. Yeah, but it would have been fun.
My immersion.
Oh well.
Ugh.
Your immersion. I'm so sorry.
Well, Mikola will set off to the northwest.
It's gonna be a long walk.
Yeah, but it hasn't occurred to her that she can get a car.
I mean, there's a van that you came in, so.
Does town even have taxi service? So dinky.
There might be taxi service. On the other hand, Corporal DeBurr is inside still.
HK will crouch down in a way that would allow someone to piggyback ride.
And have a droid.
What was that, Leo?
Well, I was going to say something about. No, that's the problem with the Spocks and the Spoos and the brain. We can't borrow the car and send someone back with it because then there's so much more driving around. Yeah, no. I mean, I guess we could wait, but I don't want to wait. So Tasani is going to start trying to figure out if there are taxis or, like, Space Uber or something in this town. Or a bus. Is there a bus?
There is not a bus. There are taxis, but they have limited hours, and they do not appear to be running at this time. You're kind of surprised because it's not like it's that far past sundown.
Tasani leaves an annoyed voicemail for the taxi service.
The message is that all of the space taxis are currently in service, and you get little map pinpoints of them, and they all seem to be around the cantina. It is possible that the space taxis are all waiting for people to go home from the cantina who are not allowed to fly or drive.
We could walk to the cantina. That's closer.
It's closer, but this is still not to scale. That would be a moderately hefty walk. After a bit, as you're debating, and Mikola is trudging up the road a bit, Corporal DeBurr comes out and goes, my lords? What?
Corporal! We don't have a car.
Well, I mean, the van, it's a van too. I know the van needs cleaning, my lord, but it should still run. The damage is mostly to the roof.
Okay. No, what I mean is, we stole your van while you were in there to go to the cantina and waylay a taxi. That sounds like it would end up being convoluted and...
do my lords need to go to the cantina next? Or do you wish to view some of the other mounds? Or
right, the other mounds.
Might be
there's two others.
It might be better to just save that until there's daylight.
Okay, on nights when some of the weird things come out.
True, but we can't see them very well in the dark.
It's us. We're the weird things.
Corporal DeBurr goes and holds the door open for anyone who wants to get into the van.
I assume someone's going to drag me.
Crix will start walking to the van and then stops to see if anyone else goes first.
Mikola?
As I said, I assume someone's going to drag Mika into the van.
At the very least, the van will stop once it gets going. Yes, the van will stop for Mikola on the way if everyone is... Assuming everyone's getting into the van. Except Bebop, who can hang on to the end. And
I don't know
HK,
where we're going, but we're going somewhere. Sorry.
Once you are all in the van, Corporal de Boer says, "My lords, where to? There's 2 other mounds, and there's the cantina, and there's lodgings. I am at your disposal, my lords." Mikla has, in fact, resisted her compulsive carousing, if desired.
Observation.
Yeah, she's
I
not going
believe
to
that-
insist that they go to the canteen.
Observation. I believe many members of this group are visibly fatigued. I would suggest connecting
I'm
them to a
not.
charging unit, but they tend to dislike that.
I can take you to the lodgings, my lords. Do you mind if I drop by the security offices and make sure my deputy's okay? I haven't been trying to ping him and I haven't heard anything.
Oh, right, yes. Yes, let's check in on the deputy.
All right. A bit of
I'm
driving
told they have
later,
not been shot.
I will drag everyone up to the security area. And I want you to know that I carefully waited for Crix, who was orbiting around, to go into my selection
You had a moving
box.
target.
I had a moving target. I waited like an ambush predator. And while we're here, I think we've been playing for about an hour. Am I right?
Yep.
Yep.
Close to it.
Okay, why don't we take a short break? Be back in 5 or 10 or well,
We'll keep it to 15.
you know. Thank you.
My finger slipped.
Press the button.
Assertion, punchline, seems to be an attempt at humor. Has it succeeded?
Jury's out.
Jury's out. The town security station is labeled on as the first floor of a older, looks like one of maybe the original settlement. You know, when they decided to make this place into a little town, it's standard imperial brutalist design with lots of permacrete and sturdiness, and it looks like okay, it's not a full bunker. There might be a bunker underneath. It couldn't take a true orbital strike, but could probably take a little bit of light aircraft fire. All the windows in it are dark. Some signs indicate that there are like offices up above, but it's nighttime. No one's there. The Corporal de Boer parks the van in front of the security outpost and has parked across like several lines. You know, this is clearly who's going to give him a ticket, you know? Hops out, goes to the door, which swings open. Who's waiting in the car? Okay.
Mika's going to get out and follow inside.
I'll also get out and come in. I don't want to wait in the car. I don't like waiting.
Close to Sunny. Crix will follow to Sunny.
Okay.
HK will follow everyone else.
Just for grins, give me perception rolls, everyone, with bonuses for taste, smell.
Oh, no.
I made it by 4 and I can't taste or smell.
Just made it.
Just
If you
made
can't
it.
taste or smell, I don't think you get to roll taste smell.
Okay,
I
Miko
didn't roll taste
fails.
smell, I rolled
HK
perception.
made it. Right, HK rolled perception. Crix made it by 1. This is going to hit Crix first. As the door opens, the smell of butchery wafts out. HK, do you have no sense of smell?
Actually, I don't know if I did that to my character sheet. I have reduced consumption.
Nope. You do, in fact, have a you have olfactory sensors, and you do, in fact, this smells like biologicals, organics have been having a fight, and someone has lost a lot of internal fluids.
Observation. We may have need for this bucket.
The automatic lights come on, and as people crowd in, there's a front desk, the main front office there. There's blood spattered all over the front desk. Oh, typo. And there's a trail of gore that's leading to one of the little doors off of the main room. Oh no, HK, what is, oh, it's the bite roll, I see. Critical failure, that's right, you'd have no teeth, your teeth fall out.
One of these days, Crash. One of these days.
Corporal DeBur sort of sucks in air through his teeth, covers his mouth, sort of pulls his shirt up to cover his nose and mouth, and starts heading towards the door that the trail of blood and smears leads to. Tizani fails an impulsiveness roll.
Yeah, Tizani is also heading for the door. Possibly
Okay.
somewhat more rapidly.
For grins, I am going to grab everybody and put them into a combat thing so that I don't lose track of you. Come on.
I flee the scene. Wait, no.
Too late. I gotcha. Feel free to roll to establish, mostly it's HK and Tizani to settle the tiebreaker there. Should be on tab 2.
No, not started.
That's right, because you haven't rolled. Oh, do I need to start it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we are.
Still don't have a rolling option. Unless it's this?
I don't know why you don't have.
No.
Fine, I will roll for everybody. I will click roll all. There.
Works for me. It's only for tiebreakers anyway.
Okay.
Wait, do we still both have 5?
Yeah, it didn't roll the other thing.
Nope, it did. Tizani has initiative of 104.00104, and HK has initiative of 0.00103.
How odd.
So something resolved. When I mouse over on the initiative tracker.
So long as the GM can keep track, I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Still, it's baffling. Anyway, yes.
Oh, if you mouse over your icon.
Yeah, in the initiative tracker.
Oh.
You are higher than my character in initiative by 0.00001. This brings a smile to my face. Please paint this scene for us.
Okay. Well, it's a little place. It's a little room. It's got a desk, front desk. It's got doors leading off to basically there's doors leading off of each direction, and one of them is open and appears to lead into a little hallway that has a couple of holding cells in it, probably. The 4 screens on those are dark. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And one door, I don't have a map. I'm so sad. I should have made a map for this. And one of the doors has a bloody smear leading from the blood spatter desk to that room, which reads Corporal on it. So, Crix, you're atop of the initiative here, aside from, let's start there. Pink. That's not what I want to do.
I'm not seeing initiative or anything.
It's you have to click on the cross swords over on the right, near the top.
There's,
in this case, this is more to keep me, unless there's combat about to pop out, this is more to keep me from skipping anybody.
Tani headed off towards the door. Crix will follow.
Okay. The corporal is heading towards the door and is reaching for the doorknob to open the door. He has one hand hovering over his blaster. Mikola.
Mika wants to try and establish, she's basically doing a crime scene analysis.
Okay. Criminology.
What happened to cause the blood? Observation I have.
Give me an observation.
Missed it by 1.
Well, something happened that caused blood, and it probably wasn't a lightsaber. Those tend to cauterize.
Yeah. Okay.
It could have been blasters and a lot of bleeding. It could have been a slug throw and a lot of bleeding. It could have been a bladed weapon and a lot of bleeding.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I'm doing this turn.
Okay. Tizani, are you following the corporal, or are you pushing ahead of him as he reaches cautiously for the door?
I am pushing ahead of him. And
he
probably
lets you. You're a Sith.
Yeah. I am also going to draw my lightsaber if I can.
I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do with your turn. Are you touching anything?
Well, I'm opening the door, so yes. And yes, I know where this is going.
Ooh, would I do something like that to you? You are not getting a danger ping. You are a seer
Yeah.
and awareness magnet. You are hearing. You're aware that you are not. You're still aware of reality, but you are hearing the echoes of shouts as if they were just coming back from being reflected off of the walls. Shouts and groans and cries of pain and the usual sort of thing.
The usual sort of thing.
You're shoving past you. Are you opening the door?
Yeah.
Okay. The lights are on in the office. It's a little tiny office. There's another desk, and there's a body propped up in the chair with a rusty long knife. No, you're in mysteries. You actually know what that is. That's a machete. That's a bladed weapon used for cutting away vegetation that's around where you want to have a dig site. It's rusty. It's basically been chopped into the man's collarbone and is sticking out there. And for most normal people, this would be a fright check time. Do you think that it's a fright check for you?
I think it's probably going to be a fright check once I psychometry it.
Okay.
This is a Sith we're talking about. You do a psychometry and you have to do a fright check because you start criticizing their technique. They did it poorly.
HK.
This is not the largest building in the world. HK is going to stay at the doorway, but have his blaster rifle at the ready.
Okay. Crix. You are an acolyte. I mean, you are of the Sith species, mostly. You are raised in a culture that is perhaps a bit less troublesome in many ways. Well, let's just say that violence is not something that most Siths believe that they should shield their children from. Do you think that Crix would be making a fright check to see a dead person all of a sudden? Well, semi all of a sudden.
I think based on his disposition, with where he sits with the whole with what he wants to do in life, I think he probably would do a check.
Okay.
Where would I find that?
Secondary attribute. All right. So your portrait.
Secondary
You got your basic attributes right below
Right
it,
check.
and
Yep,
secondary attributes.
Got it.
There's your portrait.
Rolling.
You have made your fright check by 6. That is a very unpleasant sight, but you are not going to be mentally stunned according to the dice. But wow, that's unpleasant, and wow, that smells like somebody got murdered in there.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun times at all.
No. Is there anything that you wish to be doing?
No, nothing at present.
Okay. DeBurr actually fails a fright check. That was his deputy, apparently, because yes, the person is in a uniform. He just stands there and whispers something, probably a name. He whispers loud. And Ensign. Mikola!
Mika is going to see if she can. She's still trying to recreate like what happened in her mind.
Okay. Do me another observation until you succeed, I think. And then
Okay.
you can apply tactics to it. Does that sound plausible? Oh, well, that looks a lot better. Made by 4. It looks like there was a brief struggle, and then, but it doesn't look like someone had been flinging the desk aside or flinging themselves aside until after maybe the fight started. This is the Empire. The deputy should have been armed, and for whatever reason didn't think that there was a danger. But it looks like someone basically came up and either there wasn't a danger or they had a blaster on the person to start with until they decided to start stabbing. With OG, the doors open, Mikola could probably see in. Mikola's in strat. Mikola is probably not going to have to make a fright check unless you think it's appropriate.
I will, just to see.
Okay. Made
Yeah,
by
she's fine.
3. Yeah, you're fine. you have an observation idea that somebody somehow got the drop on the deputy. It looks like aren't any signs of blast or fire in the room.
Okay.
Okay. Tizani. Oh, look, a dead body.
You know what I'm going to do.
Well, if you want to find anything out.
Yeah.
Psychometry made by 6?
Tizani walks over and puts her hand on the dead body's face.
Give me a moment because I want to double check since we were tweaking psychometry recently. Okay. You are touching with your bare skin.
Yep.
Let's see. Degree of success indicates you are looking for basically what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I had written more in here. I think I forgot to put some of that in there. Well, that was silly of me. Okay. You flash for a reverse time of the stroke, the extremely powerful one that finally hit and did enough damage to throw him into shock, unconsciousness, and blood loss that killed him. It was a huge, it was very strong and powerful. It reverses back. The deputy the ensign was struggling, vaguely conscious, struggling and trying to get away from the person who was dragging him back. Just double checking. Okay, come there. Lost my place. The deputy was there. He was sitting at the desk. He was talking to someone who had come by, and you made it by 6. That was very recent. There was something about knowledge of the mystery issue and with the mounds that this person had information about it and came in, and the deputy recognized him. Oh, come on. The deputy recognized him and was asking him about this man. You made it by 6. Give me a perception roll to get more than an impression, because this is the problem with mysteries and psychometry. And I should have known better, but that's funny. Yes, okay. You would probably recognize the person if you saw him again. Male. He was talking about something about the mounds, that he thought that the mounds were being caused by something with the Forest Hay farm, and there was some cover-up going on. He was sure of it because, well, he had contact still. And the ensign was calling up something on the little holocom screen, and then there was pain because there was a machete. There was pain and hacking and confusion and surprise and attempting to fight back and not being able to get to the blaster because the machete, his arm wasn't working, and he was knocked down and dragged and yanked up and thrust into the chair, and then the blade came down a final time. And now, Tizani, because you have witnessed this in a somewhat personal way, I would like that fright check at -2.
Yes. But I need to find that. There we go. Because it's over there now.
Made by 6.
Well, you weather these horrible visions, the phantom pains that strike at, well, they're not your arms, actually. You weather it, you let it pass through you and your ever-present Sithly crankiness and rage. But that was rather unpleasant. Yeah, fun stuff. Next up is HK.
Totally unaware of all the drama that's happening right now because does not have psychometry and has not been observing any of this. HK is going to, well, standing near the doorway, just examine that particular area to see if it was forced entry or not.
observation or, well, perception minus 4.
I think other than the ranged bite attack, the only roll I've been making is perception this evening.
Well, yeah, but there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, I'm
to
not complaining. It's just an observation, which I'm unable to make in regards to HK because I missed that by 6.
There's nothing blatantly obvious about a forced entry. You know, the door is a imperial sliding door, and it doesn't look like there's horrible forced entry there. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that it wasn't someone from the Sith that attempted forced entry, because if they did, this door would be over there.
Probably. Either that or cut through with lightsaber. Anything
Could
else?
be both. Both is good. Continues to just keep an eye out.
Okay. Crix.
The room
Your
with the
cousin
body.
Your cousin went and put their hand on the body.
Yeah. Somehow not surprised by that. The room we're in with the body. Are there any other options of egress from said room other than the door that we came in?
There's the door you came in. There's a couple of doors in. Let me get the description of the location again. Come here. There we are. I'm going to use the corner down here and draw a rough map. Come here, corner. Okay, that's actually, I think you can see further down. Everybody can see the square at the lower left here.
I think so.
Where lower left?
Am I pinging the right spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on one of you and see if you can see the black outline before it goes off into darkness. I hope.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. This is not a map to scale.
Oh, I actually need to reload. Sigh.
Whoops. This is a quickie map. It is not to scale. I'll put dots for the doors. Very much not to scale.
This is the room that there was a bloody handprint on the door leading into?
More like, okay, let me take this. I will color this one. Okay, come on. Select fill type, solid, fill type, desk color, update drawing, fill type, solid, red, update drawing. The brown vague shape in the middle there is the desk. The desk has a blood smear along the floor that goes to the door into the office at the east, where there's a desk and a chair, and the dead body is in the chair. At the north, there's a short hallway with a couple of presumably holding cells, brig cells, that would normally have a option at least for a force screen to, so you could see in while people are kept captive. And there's a couple of other closed doors off to the west. And then there's the front door is at the south.
So red box is body?
Yep.
Okay. So there's no other exits out of that room?
There do not appear to be any exits out of that room, no.
Windows that are open or anything?
Nope, no windows actually in this room. It's, I mean, this is Imperial brutalism. They're kind of low on windows.
Sure.
There's a screen that, could probably mimic a window.
I'll just start meandering through and checking the other doors.
Okay. The larger one at the northwest is a workroom. It's got a big table in it. It's got a bunch of computers. It looks like it's where you would, lay out stuff if you had a mystery or solve or whatever. And the room to the southwest is a room full of like filing cabinet, that kind of thing. Looks like it actually has flimsies, physical records are in here, as well as the standard high-tech database look, computers and whatnot. Okay, Corporal, I will increment his shock here. I will get the right tool to do that. I cannot do that with the drawing tool. I just want that known. Okay. He's still continuing to just sort of mutter things like Ensign. No. Mikola!
Does Mika notice the corporal's condition?
Does Mika having dissets that would make it difficult to notice that someone is just sort of standing there?
Not really.
Yes, you notice, and it's pretty obvious that while things have been going on, that the corporal's just gone shock still and is talking to himself.
Mika is going to pull him away and try and get him into a probably find a bench outside or something.
Okay. Yeah, there's probably benches out there.
Come on, buddy. Let's get you sitting down.
The ensign. He's ensign. He follows. Tisani.
I'm going to go wash my hand. And
Your problem?
then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to meditate. And someone should probably check the security cameras and see if they've done anything weird.
I will actually make a little restroom division right here.
A restroom
Pray I
is
do not
willed
edit
into
the floor plan.
existence by Tithani's desire
Yes,
to wash hands.
Well, yes. Pray we do not edit the map further.
I'm okay with this being canon, so long as Tithani is not able to will into existence paladins.
Okay. A paladin.
Tizani stumbles out of the room and around the corner to the restroom, which had its door open and was clearly empty at the time. And
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, could you repeat what Tizani was saying? Because I got diverted by a cat sitting on my
I wasn't
neck.
saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, about the cameras?
Yes. All right, checking the cameras. Okay.
I am not checking the cameras. I have said that someone should.
Okay.
By coincidence, the droid goes next.
By coincidence, the droid goes next.
What do I roll to
Almost
check the
as if you
cameras?
played it that way.
Well, that would be computer ops security. Computer operations security. Or electronic
I do have
operations
computer
security,
operation, tier TL3.
What are your skills? Cat.
I do not have skill in cat, but I did roll computer operation and made by 6.
Okay, that will do it with someone has gotten into this. This apparently the file, the computer system did not close itself down. Someone got into it on the Ensign's account. You can see that it's in their account name up at the little top there, and has erased the past day of the cameras, both internal and external.
Okay. I checked the little trash can icon on the side of the desktop.
Someone emptied it.
I'm going to attempt to recover the erased data, because unless it's overwritten, it's there. Unless this is a fictional universe, in which case, the data's gone forever. But this clearly is not a fictional universe. We exist in it.
Give me another computer operation roll at a -6 penalty.
Would you accept electronics repair at no penalty?
I would not. That's hardware.
I
would accept electronic ops security at a -3 penalty.
Would you accept computer programming? Hey, I'm at least going for things that are
-3.
plausible here.
Yes, you are. Give me that one at -3.
This will be the exact same roll because of what those skills are, but fine. Which you're looking at my character sheet and probably assigned that penalty for that reason. Missed it by that much.
By 1. Okay. You can tell that it was erased in a way that you're not supposed to be able to get at. If you have a few hours and the correct tools and the physical drive, you could possibly reconstruct at least some of it.
I am definitely going to say all of this out loud, assuming somebody's listening.
Crix has been poking his nose into the other rooms. Mikola has escorted the corporal outside, and Tizani is washing her hand.
It's possible Tizani's hearing it because Tizani is trapped in the bathroom washing their hands.
Yeah, pretty much. While HK is at the bloody desk.
I think that's a good idea.
Tizani also thinks washing her hands is a good idea. Sorry.
Especially if you're going to help prepare the space
HK's
chicken.
been doing that. Mm-hmm. Crix, are you doing anything in particular with the two rooms that you have, well, the other rooms you have encountered?
Unless there's anything noteworthy of them, no.
Give me a perception or observation if you have it. I don't think you have it. Give me a perception -2.
Perception -2. How do I? Trying to remember how to do that.
Okay, well, your perception is a secondary attribute.
Yep, I click on it and it brings up my role information. How do I put the -2?
There's a little
So you see the World of Warcraft style action bar at the bottom?
Negative.
Not inside the role thing, but at the bottom of your whole interface. There's a whole bunch of squares that have numbers in them. But to the left of that, there's a tiny little square that says +0 and it has a trash can in it.
Yes,
it has 3 dice next to it.
Yeah. If you mouse over that,
yes.
If you mouse over that, the pop-up will have a thing that says other modifiers. You've got some pluses and minuses.
I see it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Made by 4.
It looks in the workroom. Okay, in the main large room there is a map that has the various places that, you've seen this map before. It's got all the little mounds marked out on it. This looks a lot like what you've got visibly here. In the filing room, actually, some of these drawers look like they were opened and closed again, and they've trapped a little bit of a flimsy out. And if you open them, it looks like some of these folders are missing data. They're missing papers. Someone has raided this and taken things out.
I'll not touch them. I will leave it open though to so that we can see that, and hopefully once the sheriff regains his faculties, he might be able to appropriately CSI this.
Okay.
Forensics is not my character's raison d'etre.
Observation. You just keep saying enhance over and over again. I do not believe this does what you think it does.
Okay. The corporal is telling Mikola that the ensign, he was a kid. He was just out of basic. How could, hang on, I'm being interrupted.
In an odd turn of events, the person who died was not a mere 2 weeks from retirement.
He was not 2 weeks from retirement. He was there. Mikola.
Mika is going to be as comforting as she knows how to be.
Do you wish to make a social type role? Do you have a social
I'm
type?
not sure she has social type roles.
She works with technology.
No,
there. Pat.
Strat. Mikola Strat, right? Mikola, give me an IQ -4.
No, I almost made that.
Well,
it's okay, Corporal. Mm-hmm. Someone else will make the call to his parents.
You at least did not try to tell him to embrace his anger and let it give him strength.
Which is why I should not be doing that.
Yeah. That might be half of why Mikola took him outside.
No one here has... Okay. Anything else, Mikola, or just trying to reassure him?
She's reassuring him from the perspective of clearly he's upset because he's going to have to deal with the aftermath of this. And so she's reassuring him that no, I've been through this before. I'll make the phone call to his parents and I'll arrange for the body to be picked up. And
he's doing a certain amount of he has to write to the parents as well, but if a Sith is saying things, then yes, they'll know that their son died with honor. Yeah, Imperials
Right.
are in fact weird. This isn't the worst. Well, Tizani.
Tizani figures that she cannot continue to avoid other people's emotional breakdowns by hiding in the bathroom and exits.
The main room has HK in it, and the doors into the other across the room appear to be open with lights on that someone has been in there recently, and your cousin is slightly visible through one of those doors.
HK, did you get the camera logs? Did anything weird happen with the camera logs? Is there a ghost on the camera logs?
I have found absolutely nothing wrong with the camera logs, mostly because they are missing. I may be able to recover them with enough hours and tools. Shall I begin?
That makes possession much less likely. Yes.
What about the other 10th of the law?
What?
I've been told that possession is 9/10 of it.
No, I don't think there are that many ghosts running around possessing people.
That this conversation is being had by two characters who clearly do not understand the phrase is very amusing to me. Someone possibly from the sphere of law or sphere of justice said this once, probably in disdain for the saying. HK is going to stare blankly at Tizani for a beat, and then, not understanding how to continue the conversation, will attempt to recover the data, or at least start the process. If that involves extracting hard drives, I'm extracting hard drives. If that involves running some type of diagnostic, I'm whatever is done.
LOP security. Can I help?
Oh, you have LOP security? Yes, you can help.
Security.
Then you're better at this than the droid.
I have LOP security, 1 point in LOP security for the same reason I have 1 point in lockpicking.
Well, you made that by 6.
Very nice. Oh, yes. Okay, here's the correct hard drive, and you know exactly the tools that will be needed for reconstructing it, and you can probably get this start running a reconstruction on it and get it in 1 or 2 hours.
Oh, good.
Assertion.
But
in my defense,
whoever wiped it turned him off.
In my defense, while I am skilled in droid repair, usually when a droid's memory banks are wiped, people do not ask for it to be retrieved.
This is true.
I suppose you don't do forensic droid repair. I mean, I don't do forensics either, but sometimes you have to, do all of this stuff. Doing all of this stuff is pretty much the kind of thing that happens.
To-do list updated.
Crix, you hear voices from the main room.
I'll go out to the main room, and
there's your cousin, and there's HK.
Some files tampered with in here. I haven't touched them though, so that they could be properly, I don't know, fingerprinted or something. Whatever it is, cops do.
No idea what cops do. I usually just put my brain on it.
Well, there's several files in there that it looks like there was stuff taken out of them. I didn't look into it too deeply in case there was some sort of physical evidence or something dark side something. And Crix will then out head toward the front door.
Okay. Out here, the corporal is finally starting to recover from the shock of seeing his ensign brutally murdered, and is managing to thank Mikola, and it's his job to do the first draft of the letter, but he's sure that the family would appreciate anything that could be said by a Sith, and also he's got to find who did this. This is an insult against the Empire, and he can't let this go unsolved. And he'll have to call some forensic droids or something. Maybe the cameras saw something, he says, and starts getting up to go in. Mikola.
Mika has no idea what's going on inside. Her instinct was to voluntarily fail her compulsive carousing roll and take him to the cantina. Lock up, make sure nobody else can get in, and then, it's not like the dead body's going to get up and wander around.
I think there's a GIF for that.
Be able to
that
investigate better in the light of day.
Alas, he's headed that way.
Yeah. Well, then she'll follow. She'll make sure that he doesn't descend into gibbering again once he gets inside.
Tizani and HK appear to be trying to disassemble bits of the desk.
Well, everybody needs a hobby.
Crix is wandering out of the one of the west rooms there, but not the restroom, that's in the east, and headed either out the door or to the door. Anything that Mikola wants to be doing on this?
Forensic droids on site, or do we have to call them in?
I have to call them in. They're usually they're usually recharging, and they help out at the hospital where we just were at. I'm gonna call. Why are you taking my lord? You're taking apart the desk?
We're trying to recover the lost camera files.
Criff. Okay, good. Thanks. I'm gonna use my comm.
Tizani has stuck her head back under the desk.
All right. I'm going to put in HK. I assume you're still doing this as well?
Yeah, in my headcanon, Tizani's directing things because someone made their roll by 6 and it wasn't HK. HK is doing the menial labor stuff and also is the one touching anything that happens to have blood all over it because somebody already washed their hands and doesn't need to do it again. Meanwhile, HK can be hosed off again possibly later.
True. Crix, why is your icon vanished for me? Your negative space inside the dice.
Oh yeah, I see that too. Or don't see it, depending on how you define it.
Crix will wait for the sheriff, constable, whatever we're calling him, I'm sorry,
Corporal.
to be Corporal, to be done with this call, and then cast 0-level spell, disseminate information as to what I found in the file room, and that it hasn't been touched.
Corporal will go in with Crix, and the files that have been pointed out. He uses the handle of his blaster sort of held edge on, with the safety on, fortunately, to further open the drawers, looks at them, and says, "There's a lot of files missing, but long handles files are gone." And on that note of mystery, before it gets explained to anybody, I think we should end off for the evening. Thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun. I hope that any listeners were entertained. And does anyone want to plug anything?
You do.
I do?
Yeah, there is that saying.
Eo's mom writes books at elizabethmccoy.com. And I would be delighted if you bought them. I'd be delighted if you asked your library to buy them. They're ebooks. They're cheap. They're pretty cheap, honestly, just, in general, because I don't charge a lot for ebooks. And they're even cheap. Some of them are even cheaper for libraries. Some of them run up against the minimum 99-cent price for libraries, but I do what I can. And speaking of cool things,
Arctic vortexes.
No, that's frigid, not cool.
Snowmageddon. Snowcrete. Podcasts made by a delightful group of friends and uploaded to aaronbsmith.com, each with their own RSS feed. A Patreon where people can help us keep the lights on over at patreon.com/cogwheelgaming.
I think so. That's cool.
How about illustrious patrons like Ellie, Liv Droman, Paul, Shen, Walter, and Patron Emeritus Cindy.
And
then until next time, outro.
Beth saying, yes, until next time, outro. Until next time, this is Beth saying, long handle. Criff, he's back. Night, everyone.
And now you all have an asset in washing your hands.
I should certainly hope so.
You don't know where they've been.
We have to touch something horrible.
I thought that's what you have your hedge magic for.
I prefer not.
The hedge isn't that bad.
Horrible with that either.
Don't worry, I've got soap.
Nah, who needs it? I got vinegar. Just pour that on the hands and it stings. It burns.
Good night, everyone.
Night, everyone. Sleep well.
Thanks for cleaning that.
Thank you.